The ultimate goal of yoga is nothing. You do all this work to arrive at nothing. Nothing means no thing. We're very good at seeing, identifying, desiring, disliking things. Very easy to do. The advertisers know that, so if you watch television, you know about, 1/3 of the time, there are people parading across the screen saying, this is what you need. Right? We're good at things. And there's nothing wrong with things. Yoga is not anti-thing. Yoga is not anti-having stuff. Yoga is not anti-wealth, not anti-fame. But what yoga teaches is that those things are fine, but if you expect those things to make you happy and only happy, it's the wrong move. Because there's one sure fact about things: they always change. Isn't it so? Your new car, how long is it new? According to the people who sell cars, the moment you drive it out the driveway, it's used, right? If you just drove out and say, I changed my mind, well, now it's a used car, we take $1,500 off the top, right? But even if you think it's new for a little longer, if you keep it long enough, it's no longer new. It turns into a car, it gets a little dense from the parking lots. You know how people are with the carts? Sometimes you think they're doing it on purpose, right? They seem like they get a look in her eye. And I wonder, sometimes I look at my car, where did that dent come from? Where did that scratch come from? Who knows? So the new car is not always new. At some point, it'll be a headache if you keep it long enough. And even some things that don't particularly age that we can tell are also problematical. What if someone you love gave you a beautiful diamond pendant? Beautiful, big, shiny, perfect cut diamond. Well, that's not going to wear out so quickly. However, would you just wear it anywhere? Wouldn't you be a little bit concerned walking down every street with a big diamond hanging there? You might think someone's going to see it and snatch it. Or, what if the chain breaks? I could be in delicious orchards, picking over the apples, and it could break and fall into the apples, I won't know it. And someone's going to go home with a Macintosh and my diamond. Right? You want to protect it. If you want to protect something, means you're not really enjoying it, isn't it so? If you have to lock it away, be careful, 3 times you have to check, you're safe. Is it really in there? You know how you do that sometimes? Maybe I'm not so sure, let me check. Yeah, it's still in there. Yeah, let me check one more time. Right? Then you leave the house and you think, did I lock this safe? That's not a picture of joy. That's anxiety. And even with wonderful relationships, depending on what level the relationship is on, depends how quickly you'll see the change. If you commit to somebody because you like the way they look, it doesn't take too many years before things start to change. Right? I always think things that were up here are now down here. Some things that were up here are gone altogether, changing color, wrinkles coming in. If you partnered with them because of the way they look, it's not going to be a very long relationship. Sometimes even personalities evolve in a way that is not so comfortable in a relationship. They change. And even if they don't, it's not going to last forever. And your sweetie may get sick. At some point might decide, okay, time for me to go. Pass from the body. The thing that brought you joy now brings you pain. That's the way it is with everything. Yoga, they talk about all these things under one term they call Prakriti. Prakriti just means like Mother Nature. Mother Nature is very beautiful, but part of her beauty is the change. We're in the perfect season to understand that. Don't some of you like to go out and look at the leaves, colors? How beautiful would it be if you knew this was the last time you'd ever see leaves? It would be tragic. By the way, the reason we like it is because we know spring comes. Okay, they turn color, we can enjoy that color because they're coming back. But it's transitory. The beautiful colors are just a couple of weeks and then they're gone. And that's part of the beauty of it. Part of the beauty of watching the sun set is that it isn't there just stopping. And that you have only one choice. If you want to enjoy a sunset, is just to be with it for those few fleeting minutes. To be fully present with that sunset. So everything in nature changes. And our relationship with those things is either we fear losing what we've gained, or we enjoy it and then a craving for it comes up again. Do you remember the old Lay's potato chip commercials? What was the motto? Just can't eat one, right? That's just like that. Are you satisfied with one? You taste it. So good, crunchy, salty. I love it. I'm done. Nobody does that. Because you love it, you have to have another one. So even when it's a nice thing, when it passes, you want more. If you're wanting more, if you're craving more, how could you be really at peace? Craving and peace of mind can't exist in the same place. So yoga teaches us our peace comes when we stop expecting nature to give us what it can't. So instead of looking to nature to give us constant happiness, we look somewhere else. We look within.